Welcome back to school. Today we're going to take a look at student growth objectives. An SGO is an academic goal for a group of students that is aligned to state standards and can be tracked using objective measures. SGOs are an assessment-driven instructional practice. They bring teachers and principals together to analyze data and do what's right for kids. And unlike a standardized test, teachers are empowered to make their own assessment. For tested subjects, you can create 1 or 2 SGOs, while those in non-tested areas are going to create 2 SGOs. Next, let's look at our timeline for implementation. At the beginning of the school year, you should be creating your assessment instrument and examining some baseline data on your students. Plan to implement your assessment in mid-October. By November, you should consider feasible student goals. Adjustments to your goals can be made with the approval of your supervisor up to February 15th. There are 3 types of SGOs for you to consider. The first are traditional assessments that include finals and end-of-course assessments. There are also portfolio and performance-based assessments. Portfolio and performance-based assessments require a rock-solid rubric where a student can demonstrate growth on a 4-point scale. SGOs can be generalized to a class or a course. They can be made specific to a particular population within a class or a course. Next, let's look at a few examples. Here we see a science SGO. Notice that the SGO uses a 4-point scale. It reflects a state standard and is quantifiable in nature. This SGO is a traditional assessment because it uses a final exam and the average student score moving from 40 to 80% to demonstrate growth. Now, let's fill out our form. You will notice that the form lists out the grade, course, and number of students impacted by the objective. Check off whether the SGO is general or specific and create a rationale related to your standard. Note that the scoring plan includes 4 categories: exceptional, full, partial, and insufficient. Maybe you're thinking, why does this matter to me? Well, non-tested teachers will have 15% of their evaluation predicated upon success in SGOs. SGOs will account for 15% of a tested teacher's evaluation. However, the remaining 30% of student achievement data will come from standardized testing. Lastly, here is the summative rating chart for a teacher who is in a tested subject. To calculate teacher's summative rating, we multiply their raw score by the weight to give you a weighted score in each column. By adding the weighted scores together, you will arrive at a summative rating. Non-tested teachers are just the same. However, teacher practice accounts for 0.85 in the weighted column. Well, good luck, and let's make this school year great.
Created using Powtoon.